Hey, okay, so today what we're going to do is I'm going to talk to you about work life balance with respect to COVID-19, right? Whatever we're calling it right now. There's a lot going on. And at the end of the day, we have to balance it, right? Interestingly enough, today's been a full day for me. I've been doing work with clients. It's Wednesday, so I had clarity calls both in the morning and just before I did this live. And then in between that, we had the day number 4 of the Maintain Your Momentum series all day, just sharing great sessions with great speakers. And so I've had a lot to do, right? But at the same time, I've been able to check in with the hubby. We had a little convo, check in with my son because he's home for 2 weeks. So set up the laptop for him so he could do some work as well. And so there are a lot of different things that we've got to do, right? So finding the work and the life balance and finding the means, right, to stay sane. I actually had a conversation with one of my favorite friends, clients, business besties, and we talked for, man, I think like we talked for almost an hour. Being able to fit as much of that in so that you don't lose you, number one, or lose sight of what you're supposed to be doing right now is so important. We can't afford to be distracted or deterred just because a few situations, right? A few situations, however you want to phrase it, are happening to us right now, right? You don't change your desired destination. Maybe you change the means to how you get there. But to be clear, we still got to do what we need to do. So, how do you get that work life balance? Today, what I want to share with you is 5 boxes that you should be building right now. This is a part of number one, my plan C conversation, because I've been saying to you, we need a plan C, right? We need to be able to figure out how to adjust and how to move and power through the emotional and economic impact of the coronavirus. We don't know if this is temporary or long term, whatever the case may be. This is our right now reality. So, in this space, we need to be able to find a place to balance it all out, right? So, as part of my Plan C conversation, which if you haven't already gone there, you can go over to sizzlesense.com/plan C, where I share different resources and recommendations for my fellow entrepreneurial spirits. In the spirit of having that conversation, I'm going to talk to you guys about 5 boxes. Okay. Now I have to shift my notes here because I've got so many notes from the Maintain Your Momentum series. It's like, okay, so let's talk about boxes, okay? Number one, I did a session a few days ago and I talked to you about, other than toilet paper, here are some things that you need to buy. I don't know if you saw that session, but in that session, one of the things I talked about were vitamins, right? Making sure that your immune system is where it needs to be. So, number one, building your vitamin box, right? Making sure that whether it be things that you used before or new things that you know you need to go and grab now, like I said, normally I have my, my good box of, vitamin D, you got my B, my echinacea, my C, I got that, right? But then emergency, that's another thing that helps you with your immune system. I actually had a conversation that I posted on some of my social media platforms, and I said, what supplements are you using to build up your immune system? So feel free to drop your recommendations here with me, but making sure that outside of what you go out and get, you get all of what you've got and you put it together, right? Me, saying to my little son, okay, got to get that apple cider vinegar in every day. Do you have a vitamin box? Number one. Number two, of course, you know that kids right now are snackalicious, right? They're home, they're snackalicious. They are trying to figure out how to navigate not doing as much or not having the structuredness of school. And so they're hungry right now, right? They're hungry. A snack box. I saw this really cute Instagram graphic, no, not Instagram, on Facebook, of a parent who basically put a bunch of snacks in the box, right? And I was sharing this with a client this morning. And then she gave her kids Monopoly money. And she said, all right, this is your money for the week. as far as these snacks is concerned. So you figure out how to manage it. Because once your money is done, your snacking is done, right? And you can go on my page on Facebook, on Sister Sense, and also on the Black Moms Club. That's one of my Facebook pages, and I posted the picture there. Maybe I'll post that on Instagram as well. But the reality of the situation is we need to manage, right? What our kids are eating and how often they're eating. Some people are stress eating. We don't want that. So we want to make sure that we're aware of what our kids are doing. And I remember coming in from the groceries one day this week, and I told my son, I called him, I was like, okay, open the door and come outside. Okay. And he comes outside in his hoodie, which he then proceeds to do this. He got the hoodie on, then he puts it up here, then he squeezes the thing this way. Then I'm handing him the bags, right? And he's like, okay, I'm not gonna touch these bags. And so he's like this, and we gotta manage not only our stress levels, but the stress levels of our children as well. And just kind of being aware of that. So whether it be they're eating out of stress or just pure boredom, having a snack box that you can manage with the babies, building that out is something that you need to do. And also making sure that your snack box isn't simply full of junk food, right? You know, there's a meme going on, and bless his heart, you probably seen it, of a Melanin Magic brother, and he's got his shopping cart and he's got his mask on, and his cart is full of ramen noodle boxes. And folks are like, we got to do better. You got you before that thing comes and gets you. The ramen gonna get you because, as somebody said, that cart probably is stacked full of ramens, and they said that cart probably gonna come up to $13.96. God forgive me, I shouldn't laugh. Okay, everybody's budget is different, but the reality is, you're going to snack, you're going to eat. Make sure that you got some healthy things in there, right? Some nuts. My hubby today was talking about protein bars to keep your energy up. Good stuff too to balance out all that other stuff that might be in there. So working on your vitamin box, working on your snack box. Another one is working on your book box, right? Everybody talking about Netflix and stay still, Netflix and chill. Baby, you got to read. Read a book, right? So I told you guys that I have challenged my son to read one book a week, and we've been doing that for a while now. And I've been going to different stores, Dollar Tree included. I showed you guys a couple of books that my kid has. Get a little box and put some books in there, make a little mini library, and say, you bored? Okay, other than that video game thing or that cell phone thing or that TV thing or that Netflix thing, how about you read a book? How about you find something that you like? We've been going through a lot of books, and my boy, God bless him, he's not really into that one. I'm not really in reading, is just boring. And I'm like, no, we're not going to say reading is boring. We're going to change that. So when we were in New York, he found one of his favorite things, which is, do I have it? Let me see if I have it, because I just, doggone it, did he take it from me? Oh, no, it's right here. He likes manga comics. They are different from traditional comics where you have to read them backwards versus forwards. It's Japanese style. And he loves this thing called My Hero Academia. So we bought this when he was in New York. And I said, look, you finish this one because you need to finish it. You finish it, I'll get you another one. So I went on Amazon and I got him the next one. And Amazon just told me that it's coming tomorrow. So, get a book box. Now, it's important for the kids to have things that are going to stimulate their minds. It's also, for me, important for him to have things that he genuinely enjoys reading, because whether it's the media or programming, a lot of our kids don't like to read, and a lot of our kids don't. I mean, just as a nation, there are a lot of studies and people going, most people haven't picked up a book in ages, right? We don't need that to be the norm. So this is an opportunity for us to change the norm, get back to books, get back to simplicity. And some people are just avid readers, other people are not, right? So a book box. I do have my own publication, the Bright Colors magazine. Bam, it's a kids magazine. And there are activities in here and all this good stuff, like things that they can draw, things that they can read. And this is for a range. I would say, anywhere between the 4 to 5 range to like the 11 to 12 range, different activities and things for them to do. And you can order these because I'm on Amazon right now. Like I said, I got, his new comic on Amazon. This is on Amazon, Bright Colors. You can find me, LaShonda Henry, or if you go to sizzlesense.com/BCM for Bright Colors Magazine, sizzlesense.com/BCM, you'll find it. So books, right? Going back to not just new books, but also going back to some of your personal favorite books that you love. Read, read, read. Let me know what books you love to read, by the way. Drop them in here so I can see it, because I am, in addition to looking at my old loves, thinking about new loves too. And interestingly enough, as part of Maintain Your Momentum, I don't know if you're missing it. If you're missing it, you're crazy. Maintain Your Momentum is the week-long series that I'm doing right now to help you guys not just survive, but thrive in good and bad times. I've got some amazing speakers. We're on day 4. If you go over to sizzlesense.com/MYM, you can learn more. But of course, number 2, you can get not only the live, because we're doing lives all week, but you can also get access to the replays and join our affiliate partner program. But I say that to say this. One of the ladies in my circle was talking about like Audible. We were talking about, what do you do right now to maintain your positivity, to stay calm, to de-stress, relax. And she said, you know what? I love Audible. I love Audible. And so I said, I know of it, but I've never used it. So outside of having a book box of physical books, having audiobooks is something to consider as well. And given my son, and he's got some learning difficulties that we're working through, not claiming them, just working through them. One of the recommendations of his IEP assistant was that he get audiobooks that he can listen to when he feels like reading is too much. I still want him to read because I want him to recognize and be able to quickly process. The more you see it, the more you understand and recognize these words, so it can help him with his processing time, but the audio concept as well. So outside of a book box, Audible is definitely something on my list. So 5 boxes that you guys need to think about right now. Your snack box for you and your kids, making sure you have one, making sure you manage it for them and you, and get some good things in there too. Your vitamin box, not just things that you buy, but things that you already have. Let me know what books you're reading. A book box is good as well. Number 3. Number 4, canned goods. Canned goods. When we think about being in a place where we help others and they have places you could go and give away and donate canned goods, right? You all need to be collecting and storing your canned goods as well, right? So that if it comes to a point, we're not there where we're on complete lockdown, places are closing earlier, restaurants and things are closed, schools are closed, different things are closed. But if it comes to the point where we have to stay in our home for an extended period of time and not be able to go out as much as we are now, those things that you need outside of the perishable goods are canned goods, right? Canned beans, your tunas, your salmons, I'm from the Caribbean. So, our mackerels, we put some onions and green peppers, it's a little bit of rice, and we make it nice. You know what I'm saying? So what kind of canned goods do you have? You need to make your box of your canned goods, so you've got that as well. Don't touch them, right? Just as you want to monitor your snacks, you also want to monitor, like we bought cases of water, and then we have the canned goods, but don't eat the things that they can last longer. Eat the things that have an expiration that literally have to be done now. Our water is still good. Bless God, we're still in a good space, but being prepared for the next, I said, nobody drink the bottled water because you're going to then use up the things that you're going to need or you may need. Bless God, we're going to claim that we are going to come out of this in a couple of weeks unscathed. But if we are in a different place and it's still challenging, we need to make sure that the things that we're stocking up on, the things that like we can keep, like canned goods and otherwise, keep them to the side. So canned good box. And then last but not least, a fun box. A fun box. Things that you can put in there. Like, one of my speakers today, Katoya Bellamy, talked about mothers, how to maintain normalcy for your kids and for yourself. I can't wait to put the replays up from today because they're so great. When you sign up for Maintain Your Momentum, you get the lives and you get the excuse me, I got the hiccups. You get the lives and you get the replays. And she talked about, funny enough, I said, don't drink the bottled water, right? Look, I got one. Not from the cases, but I got one. um, she talked about, pulling out them old board games, pulling out that stuff that you personally loved, card games, spades, whatever it is. Get a fun box. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my son, we are animation fanatics. So binging some of the favorite cartoons and things that we personally like together. That's something that, I definitely want to do with him, stuff that we can do together. He loves to draw. I like to draw. Activities that you can do together that are fun for everybody, that allows you to stay positive and de-stress. What would be in your fun box? Like, let me know, because I'm looking for ideas, right? And again, like doing time with, spending time and doing art, or watching things that we like, or playing some games. I know we got Monopoly and a few of the things, so I need to pull them out so we can have, a couple of game nights. But those are some things that I want you guys to consider. Okay. So with that being with that being said, when it comes to this pandemic, when it comes to staying inside, when it comes to staying positive, prayerful, productive, and profitable, when it comes to finding work-life balance right now, of all the things that you can do, I recommend that you work on these things too: your vitamin box, snack box, canned goods box, book box, and fun box. As I'm saying these things to you, please feel free to let me know what you've already got inside these boxes, because again, I love recommendations, so we can have a back and forth conversation. All right. Of course, until next time, take care. And if you're missing it, don't miss it any further. Go over to success.com/MYM to join us for the Maintain Your Momentum series, so we can talk about things that you can do with respect to your mommyhood, your entrepreneurship, your business, and your balance on deeper levels, right? Your confidence, your clarity, all of that stuff. So I've got some amazing speakers, and I want you to be able to see what we're talking about over there. Again, success.com/MYM. Maintain your momentum. All righty, my dears. Till next time, take care. Mwah.